everybody, Azile here. Welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. If a frozen forest biome and the freezing is under control and the water is flowing in and we've got many things solved. We've got a Dreco ranch. We're doing a, so far, oxyfern only for oxygen setup. And we are stockpiling water like crazy because we know we will need a lot of it at some point, but we just, water is water and there's no sense letting these things get backed up. I want every last drop of this precious water, as we still don't know what it'll be like when the water's turned off. For you know, like we look at this thing and when it goes down, it's down for like over, oh my god, 25 and 29, 30, 55 cycles of no water. This one is very similar. We're looking at the same thing, like 55 cycles of no water. But it's going to be on for about 45 to 50 cycles. So anyways, we got to get as much of this water. We're going to store tons of it. We'll be never ever having water issues. We're going to measure it very carefully and not waste it like I have in other runs. This is one of those real conservative playthroughs. And that's the way to be successful, in my opinion. Okay, so and our Drecos are getting online, which means we're going to have reed fiber and plastic, and you know, very slowly we're going to have to start to think about making this space even better. They're all sleeping together now. We'll get the private bedrooms and all that good stuff eventually, but for now it's all working. I don't care. So, and temperature-wise, we are seeing that we are slowly deleting out the cold and bringing that warmth in. We have it cut off right now, don't we? No, we are bringing more in. So let's we're going to turn that off now, and I think we're good there. This is now producing into this system, so it's stockpiling. We're working off of this one for now. This is just a rotational system, which is allowing this very warm water to cycle through, and eventually it'll all stabilize. But each time we do this, we're getting closer and closer to an internal temperature that is satisfactory for our base. Yeah, it is. Now this is vacuum, so it's not really going to do much until we get some hydrogen in there, but then boom, it's gonna work. So, but we're fine. Major project we're doing, we're chasing this hydrogen. This is going to be a farm, a pip planted farm eventually. And we are getting some more mixture action going on here as we started to carve some stuff out. This is going to be the way that we're going to heat this whole zone up. And if we ever feel that we're getting close to that, we will just barrier it off. So, kind of waiting for them to go up and get my hydrogen. Then we're going to run it over and fill this room, the shearing room. We need to remember, I have this in here just in case we ever need it again, but we're going to have to make sure that it doesn't accidentally go up and put hydrogen out. So, probably a good move to make right now. Going on to their other world, they are just basically mining coal. So we got a bunch of coal mined out. There's 21 tons over there. They have an awful lot. I don't need to mine anymore for a little bit. They have a lot they can dump over. They're just putting it through to the other world as quickly as possible. 0% stress over here, meaning that everything is functioning as expected. I mean, except for, no, even oxygen, we're just fine. Everything is running as expected. So eventually these Drecos will die off. They'll probably eat the meat, whatever. And then, but we will add to this. These guys are going to be here for a long time, and I'm going to upgrade their home environment and stuff like that, so they can have more skills and higher morale. But for now, I'm just not worried too much about it. They're very busy sending over the resources that we need over on this side of the world. So, okay, well, let's. We're kind of playing what I would call is a bit of a waiting game, as this long column is going to work on. I could have went out this way, but that would have let some gungy stuff in that I've kind of more or less eliminated from the base. There should be no polluted stuff anywhere anymore. We have our Pip, our resident Pip, who is going to eventually be moved over to here to help us do some planting, but we have to just basically get this sorted out. And I just don't want to, I mean, I could build some kind of airlock over here, liquid lock, but I just don't want to. Just going to leave it as it is for now. So, We have our radiation chamber here. If we look at this, it's just blasting out radiation. So we will be, once we get I get a little bit more comfortable, I can probably get the research going into that, all the advanced stuff, but we don't really need it so far. We're just basically doing every last drop of normal two-line non-advanced research that we can. And when that's all done, then we still have quite a bit of it. We might as well get it all done. And when it's all done, then we will finally think about now the next one. And we will set up a rad bolt generator to work off of this thing and fire it into we'll make a research room of some kind, maybe up here for the scientist, and it'll be just hopefully harmlessly firing rad bolts into it for us based off this thing. But not quite ready to. No need to put that in and just do all the research. There's nothing in the next levels I'm really desperately seeking at this time. So that was just a lot of talking because, again, I'm in one of these, we're in one of these modes where we are just waiting for stuff to happen, which does in this game happen sometimes. We're just kind of, waiting for the Draco farm to come online. You can see the eggs are really starting to rip. If we ever see a glossy Draco egg, then we will change these over. But this is all just working perfectly. We need to, our count on Dracos is only 3, but it's going to grow very soon. And there's going to be more added to this. And then we'll have to further set these things up. But this is stage 1 of this whole process. Soon we will get the first levels of automation wired in. I don't know if we have actually if our engineer Turner is, yeah, he needs to get up to mechatronics, and he probably can. Oh, but that's going to push his morale a little high. Did he take anything that we shouldn't have? No, he's pretty much got. We need him for plumbing, and so that's really pushing the morale need. So we're not going to do that yet. Kind of have things morale-wise where we can get them to. We can't build advanced bedrooms yet. This is a great hall. We have proper bathrooms. The food is the food. It is what it is. We're not changing that. So, morale-wise, I'm not sure of any real simple ways to bump the morale. If there's a room I could add. We have washrooms. We got great hall. Yeah, I don't think laboratory rec room. Oh, it says that will work that way, but I've never ever noticed it to work that way. To make a rec room, it's pretty simple actually. We just need a decor item and that recreational building. I'm not sure exactly where I would put that. I mean, could this be one? Like if I put a water cooler, this is a massage clinic. I don't want to change that. Yeah, I've actually don't have any room in the base left. I guess I could utilize this because they could start to move all that there. It's going to take a long time though. But we could. This is not an ideal way to store this. So if we do this and we start to basically, I'm going to empty these out. Oops. Empty some of them out, and then we just go sweep these, and they'll get rid of that. And we can start to move all this stuff. Up to our basically our drop zone. It'll take them some time, but if we get this cleared out, then we have a room we can utilize here. So I think that's important to do. Even if it ends up being a rec room, we could also make this. We could dig out all this, and this could be another room for some purpose as well. So. We made a little bit of the ways up here. Seems like maybe I screwed this up. Well, I did. So like this along here is going to have to be mined. Same as this here. It's only wherever these things are that we don't want to mine. It was because of the way I copied it. It did this. As long as these are pure, that's all I care about. Everything between the goalposts basically needs to be mined. Even up here, yes, that's where I missed it. And it's because of these spaces that were left. I didn't quite do it perfectly. And we may have some more somewhere along here. No, I don't think so. Okay. Oh, this has created some kind of weird barrier, which I can accept. I can accept whatever you guys are doing over here. This side, we're going to actually do like this. Well, we're going to leave it. We're going to leave it. We're not going to mess with this. We're not going to mess with this. This is all that matters, this column. It's a very slow build when you have to go longer distances, but access is limited. One thing we were going to do is take this lime. Thank you. That'll help us make some more steel. One thing we could do, but until this is actually cleared out, we won't do it. So I can't do that right now. I guess I could dig this out. It's not that big of a deal that this is here. We can always move it later if we have to. Hopefully we're not going to screw this up and we won't have to do anything. I'm going to deconstruct this. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Because if we go into stations, we have atmosuit checkpoint, which we can make out of that material, and it's going to be like this. And then we are going to make a dock and put it in there. Could put 2 in, but honestly, I don't need it. Because really, only one person should ever go in here at a time. And then we can start to wire this up. So power-wise, we're going to need a little bit of power there. And then we know that we'll need some ventilation. So basically what we'll have is a gas pump up here. This will be used very little, so it's not a big deal. And it just can drive straight in like that. And then we'll have the power hooked up. And it can just run straight up through here like this. And that's going to give us an entry into here that's not going to cause issues when it's full of hydrogen. And we need to get our forge set up. So I guess that's stations, a textile, a clothing, and exosuit forge. And it can just simply go here. That's this Dreco Ranch is great. It gives you a lot of room to throw other stuff. You don't have to be so pure about it. We'll throw this on. This is probably going to cause a major power flashes. We will see, though. And soon we're going to try and upgrade our... Uh-oh, there we go. There we go. Our first glossy. Sorry, you are not going to be here anymore. It is going to be this. That is a very important thing. And we need to get that glossy started. This one can just sit here. If it hatches, it'll take care of itself. I'm not too worried about it. Oh yeah, this is starting to do. It's having a chain reaction now. Yeah, it's starting to have a chain reaction. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh yeah, we're gonna... And even this one's leaking through the abyssalite. It's perfect. We're gonna get that under control real fast. It'd be interesting to see how much heat out of this will actually end up deleting, getting this thing to the temperature we want. It'll be interesting to see. Problem with this hydrogen is it's freezing cold. So we may have to warm it up a bit before we let it come in to here. We may have to do some trickery, some voodoo magic with it. Now they stopped work on this because they were trying to do this stuff over here. Understandable. This is gonna overpressurize soon. We're not moving this fast enough. Okay, so we have an issue here, and it's usually related to this water that ends up getting in the system, which is why this was terrible that it happened. So what we have to do is we're going to clean all that up, and in order to get this to function, you see, because it's this water is creating this barrier problem. Okay, so in order to get this to be fixed, we literally have to go and mop that part right there, and we might as well mop out this part as well real fast. And then this will cause things to go. Okay, and then now we will see that this will begin to work. We want to turn this off just for a second. Okay. And there we go. The problem with this is not really a problem, but it's pushing it through because of the way it's been done. Like a little bit of gaskets in there, I think, it distributes. So I should have done this one differently, but I'm not that concerned about this, honestly. So now we see we're starting to get our temperatures adjusted, and we need to turn this back on. These really shouldn't be triggering because these are set. Hydro sensor. It's saying it's under pressure. And that's just because of the way the water got kind of mixed up. So what we're going to do is we're going to change these to 100 to be a little bit more precise now. 900 is asking way too much. So until this balances out. And now it should be chugging through, provided that they are on top of everything. Yep. Until this gets dealt with, it'll be a bit of a problem. But we shouldn't be overpressurized anymore. No. Gotta pay attention to this. We can't have this stop, or we'll end up wasting water. Ideally, these chambers would have been bigger, but they had to work with what we had. This one can be made bigger because we can take this out. We could even move this door down one, and make this bigger all the way across here, if we wanted to. Which might be a good idea. We'll think about that later. It's not. Uh-oh. What did we do to this thing? How did we blow this up? Oh, because we got polluted oxygen still in the system, eh? Yeah, there's still polluted oxygen roaming around. Up here. We hadn't fully cleaned this part. Okay, so we'll need to basically, we're going to put one beside each of these. I'm going to give myself a bit of an automation luxury where we will put a switch on. need some power. Off for now. We also aren't seeing quite the level of oxygen. This is also somehow gotten full of oxygen because of this. Oh my god. Of course it did. Okay, so we're gonna put a vent here. No, we're gonna put it here. Mistakes were made. Big mistakes were made. Not a problem. We'll deal with it. That's what playing this game is all about, making stupid mistakes. I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna disconnect this thing here. And it's gonna end up being a bridge. We're just gonna deconstruct this and try again. Good. That'll work. Okay. We will need, because these things require reed fiber, so it'll be a while before we'll get that suit in place, but we will. Atmos suit not configured. And we just leave that alone for now, and then this thing, we will put a switch in place. Automation switch, and we just stick it there, and then we tell it to go into this, and we just get that done whenever. Thing, might as well fill it up now, just to have it primed. Make sure it's working okay. You might have taken one little drop of damage, because there was still some in the pipe, but it'll get repaired eventually. But right now it appears to be good and good. It's getting filled up. It's getting powered up. And then we're draining this room again after we accidentally filled it with bad fumes. And this is going to help get rid of any polluted oxygen that's left interfering with things. I guess if I go to my materials overlay, we can have a quick look for polluted oxygen within the inner confines. There's one blob there and another blob there. They should get trapped by this thing, because we should see this should get it if it's functioning. 9. This will hopefully get trapped by one of them. Certainly won't make its way up here. There's a blob there. And mostly it's stuck up here. But if they wander around, they'll get nailed by it. So I think we're okay in that front. Not too worried about it. Most of that was when we still had this open. Some of it would drift down. We can solve this. Bit of a problem. And what we'll do is we will go ahead and put an insulated tile in here whenever they get around to it. And I think we can actually do this as well. We can simply just dig this out. Crack this. In order for them to get down there, they're going to need a ladder. This thing is no longer relevant. It can be deconstructed. The automation stuff can be destructed. We have some other irrelevant stuff in here. This can be deconstructed. Or Nisbet is not happy. Life. And then this one just has to be deconstructed. And then replaced again. Okay, and we just put this one here. And then whip the power up there. We're pushing stress levels pretty high. 99%. Looks like someone's going to break. 100%. Okay, so lashing out, Nisbet, we will accept that. And honestly, her breaking is a great thing. We'll repair whatever she breaks, and she'll be down to 60% stress, which is just fine. Uh-oh, we have, this has probably been contributing to stress. They've been walking through all this. We need to do a little bit of a slaughter fest here. So, slicksters need to die. They were just brought in for their meat. I don't mind picking up a little bit more crude oil. But they are no good. And there'll be some barbecue tonight. And it was mostly her doing this project that was causing the issue. The other thing too is the automation wire is no longer hooked up, so that is dumb. Bubbles will be the next one probably to go. Getting very close. Hopefully it won't happen. Just so this shuts up when they fix that last one. Let's see what kind of gifts we got. We will take the pip eggs. And automation wire cannot be reached probably. Unreachable. Not good, not good, not good. I think we can go through here. Okay. Get this put back in. And we're going to get this like that. I'm taking a bit of a risk by doing it before we had this block built, but it is what it is. Like we got to it in time. And that should be fine. And this is still draining away. See, I mean, the maximum size is a 10 kgs, right? So as long as we get that at 100, we're fine. Yeah, just working away at it. Can't really lower this one unless I lowered this whole system. I should have built it one lower. I can modify it and do that, and I'll be able to lower this, which will give us a little more breathing room. The other way, though, is simply to extend out the length of the storage here, which I think I will do. This is really problematic that it's going to get overpressured. I do not like the waste. So in order to do that, we should build an extension to it. And we will build that by really simply just into this rock itself. We're just going to build it right across there. Even, oh, look, here's a bunch of hydrogen, and I don't want to crack that. We'll leave that for now. Yeah, if we just do this, this is going to allow us to then allow this to go outwards. So we're going to do that. And you'll just let us store a lot more of it. That's all. This one is having no problem now. It's got lots of room. No research. Let's guys, let's repair things that she broke. Everything has been broken. And water is everywhere. She broke a tile of all things. She broke a couple tiles. Let's get things stabilized. Okay. And now let's fix things. I'll lower these thresholds to 85 and 80. Right. And hopefully things are going to calm down a little bit. Okay, this is almost done. Now, they don't really, so I have to do it from underneath. They don't really have a way in here. Maybe they can get in there, actually. So anyways, let's just see. We'll deal with it later. If we don't, let's put this in here. Of course, you're going to maybe get stuck. We should not have gone that way. That was dumb. Okay, so you're going to move to here. And then you're going to finish it. Instead of stupidly going the other way. Okay. I'm going to finish this water walkway. This is going to get dug out. This is going to get dug out. See if that'll work. Looks like it is. Okay, get out. All right, we're done. And we actually, I'm going to put a door in here with access conditions because I do not want them going in here without permission. Go with this one on 9 for now. This also, they're now going to no longer have permission to use these doors. Actually, they have permission to... No, they don't have... No, no one's going in here. This is a death zone. What will happen is this will open to drop some out. They'll run in to grab something. The doors will close and they'll be stuck here. I could put the detection and detection stuff in. So this is just going to be a little bit of a bonanza for a while because it's reacting and cooling things down. But that's good. This being cooler is better. It will allow us to pump more of this through here. Although we're going to have a big mess for a while, unfortunately, from it. Because this actually needs to be closed off, not simply just done like that. That is something I could have maybe done if I had been thinking about it before I did all this craziness. But it is what it is. There's going to be water. Water is water. A lot of dirty work this episode. You know, a lot of unhappiness. In the base, and unfortunately, but that is how it goes. You've created some weird barriers here, the way this is working. As we did our massive cooldown into this. Yeah, so this will create some issues for a while, until it cleans itself out. But point is, the water is. Look at this. We're on our 4th can now. This is starting to empty out. We're going to have to. I'm gonna wait till this is completely dried out, and then I'm going to deal with it. There's more carbon being produced. More carbon dioxide is being produced and it's being absorbed by these things now. Despite the fact that we're still oxygen negative. It's disabled because where our pressure is, gauge is not where we want it to be. We need to up this to 3,500. And then this will start functioning a little more intensely because we're not pumping enough up here. Quite getting it to where we need it to be. This is almost to where we want it. Just good. We're going to need it soon. The temperature is starting to balance. I don't think we need to add any more. I think we're kind of getting there. I guess you're deciding to go up here to grab stuff. No, just that she's passing through to do this. It's actually getting so hot. Oh, yeah. Sure. Get a little bit of that done. So now we can make this into a room. We'll do it here. And we'll put a water cooler in it. And a plant. These things take a lot of power, I think, don't they? Maybe we'll do that instead. I think we're going to do this. We're going to put in a party line phone. 2 large sculpting blocks. And some power for it. Actually, I know what I'm going to do here. I'm actually going to not turn this thing on for now. We're just going to do this to make this rec room. Yeah, we're going to do that to make a room. The way we're going to do this, we're going to actually tinker around because I want to have more carrying capacity. So we're going to go through and do an evaluation here. Okay, so Bubbles is our digger, and all we care about is digging. However, we want to get improved carry on a lot of them because when she's not digging, she'll be supplying. So we are happy to up that to that because she has the morale for it and she has the morale for this. So she is perfect. Okay. And then the counterpart, who would be a good counterpart? Let's see. So her morale is 12. She needs 9. Our researcher is going to have more stuff going on, but also should be scrubbed. Don't need cooking on her anymore. We're going to go to here, though. That's fine. We're going to add astronomy. That's fine. So, and if we add data analysis, then we don't need to yet. So we would scrub her before we do that. So she's fine sitting at a morale 12. So Bubbles and Harold are perfect. So we go in the schedule and we're going to put Harold. We don't care about Devon. We're going to put Bubbles in here. Bubbles and Harold, and then Turner will move to this one. Turner. Okay. And we are good. So we know Harold and Bubbles are solved. And next, though, we go in and we check our next 2. Gene, doing good. Want to get the improved carry on them. Strength is not that big of a deal. She's got tons of room on her. She does do farming right now, I do believe that she is our farmer, right? Let's have a look and see priorities. So she's really not our cook right now. She's one of our farmers. Maybe we have someone else who's Ruby's our farmer. So, I mean, she can help with it. So we don't really need to do much to her skill-wise. She's perfectly fine there, and she has amazing morale needs. Nisbet is a problem we're going to skip. Otto has farming and ranching, and it's going to be our rancher. So we're going to up the ranching on her up to 10. And we'll give her this one as well. She's up to 11. This would max her. That's no good. So we'll just keep her there. We do want to get improved carry on her. Want to do this. So she needs to get up a little bit more. So her and Nisbet are a good pair up, okay? We'll go into schedule, and then we're going to find her and Nisbet. Here's Nisbet. Let's move her auto into here, and we'll move Turner down to here for now. So these guys, they need to be a little bit more morale boosting. So we're going to give them some extra downtime, which will boost their morale up. So that's the auto, and Nisbet was going with. Now, Nisbet is getting stressed all the time because of walking in water and stuff like that, but literally has no issues. Easily give her that. Easily give her this. And we can easily give her this. And she's now going to be well above that morale-wise, so I'm not worried about her. So those are done. Quinn, you are having no issues, and you can look at this. You're a good supplier as well, so you're fine, and it doesn't matter what you get for morale. Ruby, you're going to be helping ranching, and we can even look at all the people who love carrying. I'm so lucky with that. Turner, we're going to have to go to Mechtronics. Going to need that. That's going to really push your morale. Why can't we? Oh, we need to get your carrying and this. So you're going to need a specialized schedule. You and nobody else, really. Yeah, so Turner, you're going to need a special schedule. Schedule-wise, right now you're here. We're going to make a new schedule. We're going to literally imitate it. We're going to go bedtime here. We're going to give you 3 periods, giving you a nice bonus eventually. Working-wise, you're like this. You get +2 from that. In fact, I think we'll even give you just 1 more. And we'll put you in here. Turner's in there. And these guys are on the other side, and they're fine. I think that will solve our morale skill sort of setup and give us some of the things that we're going to need for the future. We'll see if that works out. Hopefully we're going to see this stress get under control. Again, most of it's caused by walking in water and getting wet and things like that. And if we find that the stress doesn't start to go downwards on everybody, then we will increase their downtime to give them a for sure morale. But it's not about more morale doesn't do anything. If they get stressed because they walk in water and breathe yucky air and stuff, then that is just the way it goes. So adding more morale will not help with that. So we will definitely, eventually this is going to all start to stabilize out. It'll take a while before it's no longer a problem, but the main thing is this is still pumping. So we are still converting water, albeit slow, but it is doing it, and that's the whole point. This is not getting overpressurized. This is not getting overpressurized, so we don't really care about how this is playing out. And we are stockpiling, and we are reducing. Eventually, I will pull this out because we will want to get rid of this and take this space back. This is more than enough storage. And we are getting carbon stuck over here because of how tight this is. And I don't like that because the farmers are not going to be very happy with that. So ideally, these would be a little bit shorter on each end. But it's not something I can deal with. I need to get rid of basically 4 plants, but I don't have anywhere else to really put 4 plants. Even 1 over here, even 2 over here. Unless I were to extend into here a bit, which we could do by just deconstruct this. It never worked anyways. Got a bunch of wiring that's not a problem. It's badly designed. Could be adjusted later, but I'll think I'll do that more when I'm going to upgrade the wiring. So that means we can at least get 3 here. That's good. That's going to allow us to eliminate 3. Guess I'd crank some more research. Okay, so where do we have some that doesn't require? Here we go. I'll do that one. Okay, so this is starting to become a hell zone. I guess they are deciding to do this, which is set to priority 8 over this, which is 9, which doesn't make a lot of sense that she would go for these ones. Why are they building these? Are they stuck somehow? Why would you not build this? Let's even say that's a 9. But are you stuck somehow? Why are you not building the stuff that's priority 9 over the stuff that's priority 8? You just need to stop doing that. Seriously, don't go over here. This is a dangerous place. Why are you doing this? Very interesting that you would think that this is where you should go. We may have to have a talk with you guys. We're gonna have to deconstruct this and maybe cancel this. They're still gonna move, and I think that'll work. They might be able to rip around there still. Yeah, it's getting pretty hellish in here. I don't mind when they're just ripping around the corner, but if they're going to start having issues with this. Yeah, this is, I don't understand why you're not working on, oh, because you're waiting for it to be supplied. That's what it is. You're building stuff that's been supplied. Yeah. Now we're going to have to monitor this carefully. This last little leg that we're working on here is problematic. Yeah, this is really starting to bleed over. This also can be very, very treacherous. Why are you, Bubbles? Are you strapped? I don't think so. Did you get yourself stuck? Doesn't look like it. Hold on. You are. No, you're not. Take a break, Bubbles. Take a break. Come to here. Yeah. There's no reason for you to be starving. If you're hungry, go eat. We're getting too close to finishing this to getting all, look at the heat bloom on this. We may have to stop this. This might be enough heat energy already. I don't know, though. Last thing we want to do is overheat this. Hundreds versus many negatives. I don't think it's enough yet. I think what we will do, though, is we will, I think we will cap this. Why is Bubbles starving? I mean, there's food, right? I don't know. It's very odd. Usually when they're starving, they immediately will go eat if there's food available. She seems to be hell-bent on getting... That's Nisbet. Oh, it's because of emergency. They're fine. Okay, that's... Cap that off like that. Could put a bit of a heat shield here. Just to maybe prevent this from disturbing this too much. Yeah. It's been Bubbles in this, but yeah. Once this thing keeps on pumping, I'm happy. And it is. This is down to a nice temperature all across the board. How are we doing? Yeah, I would say we're pretty much done with the overall temperature is of the base is good. I think we'll just leave it like that and let it circulate around. We won't worry about that too much. It's a lovely green glow. Okay, the research is done. Keep on looking for, here we go, we'll just do this one. And we're actually going to do it like this. We're going to interrupt this one. We're going to do this here. I'm going to do, nope, sorry, ventilation. And we're going to stick a gas pump right there. Run this ventilation line. Like that. We'll need power. Where's our nearest source of power? Far away. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. And we need a P9, basically this. And we're going to P5 as much as possible around here. We may have to take a break from this. We'll see. We'll see if this environment stays where they're not going to get scalded too much more. I would assume they would go to the hospital beds, though, given that it's set at 70%. Nesbit, you're quite the trooper, let me tell you. This is a pretty heavy dose of radiation coming in. Is she starting to get radiation sickness? Yeah, slightly. We may have to take a break from this soon. Yeah, I think Nisbet, you're unfortunately, you're done in here for a while. Yeah. It is unfortunate, my friend, but you need to go and get healed up. This is that one. So these are all emptied now. So they're going to get deconstructed. And we will start to get some of the spaghetti out of here. That's spaghetti. That's spaghetti. Now that line can stay. Yeah, that line can stay. And I think I'll end the episode here. I hope everyone enjoyed my nonsense. Why does this have a problem? Fertilization. What? Are we out of dirt? No, we have 478 million tons, so they're just not getting around to it. Or, oh, that's why. These are not set to a good priority. Okay. I'll get taken care of soon. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. We will see you in the next one.